Hey there, guys. It's Kage coming at you. We're going to be doing a review slash overview of my first kind of full event, the Canticles of the Omniscient, which I'm trying to remember when exactly I got into this. I didn't go the full way through on this event. I want to say maybe I didn't start really playing this game hard until like day 5 essentially. Maybe day 6. So with that being said, we're going to keep that in mind for this review. I did not get the full 14 days. I did do a couple of paid offers. I even did this one today. I didn't do all of them. I did a couple that looked, fancy for myself as a new player. And I've also asked around the community a little bit, about kind of the event synergy going on, and they said this was something new, or at least a couple people did. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's the case. Anybody who is a Tacticus expert and they want to, correct me on that or verify some of that information, please do, because I am kind of curious. Because as my first event in, I I saw some of the things they were doing, and it was like, okay, well, I'm a new player. I mean, I've spent, a little bit of money, nothing crazy. I'm Dolphin territory, just starting up this game, so I mean, I feel like we did a pretty good dent, but I mean, some of these missions get pretty overwhelming for a new player, and I was like, okay, well, how how do I go about reaching some of these targets? Well, they had sub events along the way, which some of these are gone now. Which, if I go ahead and look here, where they had, what was that event? This little quest here where I got 50, 53, 55 points. Well, this little sub quest they had, or sub event, helped with some of that damage in numbers, because you had the guest character, or you had him getting beefed up, and if you made it far enough, I made it into epic. I mean, you started doing a lot of damage and really putting in numbers into the missions to get a lot of these points and help out with it. If they didn't have this, I mean, I can easily contribute a couple, a couple thousand, tens of thousands, maybe even 100,000 damage from that just side event they did for a couple of days, to both the abilities and to the Tyrannid's damage. So I like that event synergy. Now, where did I get overall in terms of the actual character with my, with my varied spending and everything? I got up to tier 25. This last chest here, I'm probably not going to get both missions done before reset. I just I just don't see that happening. I'm too far away. And I got to, 90 shards of 130. Now, they did this in a number of ways. They had this event here. I'm not sure if they had another little small event before, because again, I came in late. And they also tied in some actual PvP where you go into RTA to get these tokens as well from the boxes. So I'll get maybe another one or two. I don't think I'm going to get another box. I mean, it's my win streak in this as a new player is pretty bad. I've won maybe 10 matches, and the strategy was to essentially, as a new player, stick to the lowest tier fight and try and get a couple of kills so I can get a couple of medals here and there. As you can see, I've got a ton of redemption medals, which that would be very costly to try and reclaim those and claw those back. So that wasn't going to happen. But this event also had the Tyrannids in it as well. They were kind of hindrances, but if you did damage to them, you hurt them, that all counted towards that other mission. So I do like the synergy there. I mean, my wife is, basically free to play. She tried out this game as well. She's been playing. She steered clear of this mode. Wasn't going to be her cup of tea, and I could get that as a new player. This mode can be a bit overbearing. I mean, I've had some experience with real-time arena in the previous game I played, so you know that one's a bit quicker in terms of the initial timer, because the first move's 30 seconds, and then each subsequent move you only have 15 seconds to make. So that's kind of on the gun, and if you don't make a move, the system autos that move for you. So here you've got a bit more of a buffer, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing, depending on if you know how your play style is. But I did like that overall synergy, and even here with the reward chest, what they give you for these chests as well, you get more cogs, which the other event as well with the guest unit gave. You get more cogs, you get a little bit of energy to farm, and you even get some shards towards the character. So overall, I like this. I hope there's more of this going on. I can't really speak to it from the past because I don't know. So I am very interested to see how going forward, like, because we're going to be having a new event here. So this Motive Force event, I'll be able to do this, fully through because I'm starting here. So I'm curious to see how this plays out and see if that synergy is there again, because as a new player it was very appreciative, because some of those numbers and things can be daunting, and especially if you're not throwing in any money to start. I mean, if you're just coming into this and you're not really throwing in any money, and you've only got a couple of characters and you're chipping away, you're not really going to get as much out of this event. But I did appreciate how this event was structured, and again, the rewards were great. I mean, I got plenty of coins to use on upgrades and buying things here and there. So the event itself definitely helped me out. Even, if it's not really structured for new players, it definitely made me feel welcome. So I was like, okay, cool. I was like looking over here like, man, I kind of wished I could have gotten these other two missions knocked out to get that, because I exactly am, just that amount away if I complete this one and that one. But I looked at the numbers and I'm like, well, I could do all my missions manually instead of rating them to get the credit, but that's still not going to put me anywhere near what I needed. So, and maybe I could have done RTA on a higher scale to get more damage that way, but I would probably just get my ass handed to me, to be honest. So, we got a guild mission done. Let's get that turned in. Cool. Oh, we're almost leveled again. Well, with that being said, overall, I strongly like this event. I'm curious to see what else they do. I will take a retrospect of the next event, see how I do see the performance, because I know this may not be important for a lot of you guys, but I'm trying to bring over a new audience to this game, trying to give them some perspective. And if anybody else has any perspective or ways to kind of make these missions or things a little bit easier, strategies for them, let me know in the comments down below, because I am interested in knowing how you guys play, because there's a right way, a wrong way, and there's the Kage way to do things, and generally it's a mix of both. When I play, it's a mix. I could do some very profound things, and then I could do some really stupid out of left field things. So anyway, with that being said, guys, thank you again for watching. I will see you on the next one. Take care.